Good morning, everyone, once again. Trust each of you is doing well. So let us start today's session. So we from ESG Academy, Tatva ESG Solutions Private Limited, we welcome you to the ultimate ESG and sustainability mastery, where we can unlock the sustainable skills of future development, where we will be seeing sustainable tomorrow. So for today, the agenda is introduction and then ESG sustainability fundamentals. What is ESG? Why it is important? Where it is used? Role in shaping your career. How ESG is going to shape your career and how it is going to make your life sustainable. Next steps in ESG learning. How you can learn it, where you can learn it, how it is going to impact your career. Then the bonus announcement. Finally, the cheat sheet that we have been promising, and then we'll take on Q&A. So this is a bit about my profile. I'll be the trainer for you for this entire program. So I have got 11 plus years of experience in different domains. So once the presentation is shared with you, you can go through the introduction as well. We have shared the LinkedIn profile here. You probably can go through. So me, along with Mr. Avinash Kumar, we too have started this organization called Tatva ESG Solutions Private Limited, having 11 plus years of experience each. So in this duration, we had worked for different premium organizations, reputed organizations like S&P Global, and then Equity Knowledge Partners, probably Bloomberg Dataset, so like this. And then in 2021, we have started our organization, which is Tatva Solutions Private Limited. Since then, we have been doing this. So as a trainer, I have got close to 3 years of experience where I've been providing trainings at different college levels, at different, not really universities, but private institutions. And then finally, when we did start our own organization, since then we have been providing these trainings. So far, we have provided provided this training to more than 130 plus individuals, where the average experience of the batch size is close to 15 years. So let us start with today's sessions. So what is sustainability, as we all are looking at? So sustainability is a concept where we are fulfilling current needs by not compromising on the ability of fulfilling the future needs. So whatever resources that we are having today, whatever opportunities that we are having today, if as long as we use it for our personal use, in the name of need, as per the aspect of need, then it is okay. However, we are trying to use our resources beyond our need. The want is coming in. So as long as we are using our resources with respect to the need perspective, then we will be able to protect our resources for future generations to fulfill their needs. So that's how we can bring in sustainable change, right? In this regard, if sustainability is something which we are looking at as a broader concept, whose responsibility it is to bring in? Even before that, why are speaking about sustainability today? Maybe why not about 200 years before? Because then we were kind of limiting our uses to need perspective. But probably from last 200 years, then when industrialization did start, we have started using the resources beyond the need purpose, which is want. So we are creating, we are harming our society, our nature, and it is our responsibility to protect it. So as an individual, you and me, as government, as society, as group, as nation, you name it, anything. It is our responsibility to fulfill the future objectives, wherein we will be able to see our next generations be able to fulfill their needs at that point in time by not compromising today's requirement to fulfill our needs today. So if you look at United Nations statement as well, the same definition is given. The development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So it is our responsibility, each of our responsibility, to clearly work on the objective wherein we will be using our resources to fulfill our needs today, so that tomorrow our future generations will be able to use these resources by not compromising on the availability of the resources to fulfill their requirements. This is broadly sustainability. So anybody, you and me, government, as I did mention already, we all shall go towards it, right? Then why are we speaking about it? What are the challenges? So excessive emission, temperature rise, sea levels, hurricanes, drought, species extinction, natural disasters. When we speak about natural disasters, um, forest fires. So all these activities, all of these things are causing to environmental issues. So most of us understand about ESG or sustainability in relation with environment. That is the reason why we are relating it to environment now. Is it only the sustainability objective that we all need to achieve? Ideally, no. There is something called societal objective. If sea levels are rising and a village is drowned, so who is affected? Again, individual, other species. So at the end of the day, we are also one of those individuals or species who are getting negatively affected. If temperature is rising, who are facing issues? Each species, everybody. If pollution is becoming, if drought is coming, then there is no food. Again, all of the species in that area are getting negatively affected. So human species. So when we speak about human, the societal part comes in. So in addition to these adverse negative effects, from the perspective of individuals, poverty, no health, I mean, no good health because of these issues. If you don't eat a nutritious food, you'll not be able to get health. So nutritious food comes with good soil, if soil is fertile. So what are we doing? For the sake of producing more and more food, we are using a lot of chemicals, because of which the fertility is at stake. So there's a study from London about 30 years before. If you are eating one orange, to get the equivalent amount of nutrients today, you are required to eat about 12 oranges. So 1 to 12, there is a degradation that we have been seeing in just 20 to 30, 25 years. These are the issues. That is the reason why we all are required to work and to fight against these issues and to achieve sustainable tomorrow. And this is the change. The need for change now is you and me, business, government, anybody can do it. I mean, anybody, everybody has to work forward to it. Now, let us understand what is ESG. So ESG is a non-financial disclosure of an organization. So what is it? Like we are having revenue, profit, or tax, before tax, profit after tax. Like us, we have got some financial parameters. I mean to say ratio, break even, return on investment. These are some words, some topics that we discuss under financial activities, financial objectives of an organization. Now, if we speak from the non-financial front, we speak about what is your emission, what is your energy consumption, how much waste have you generated, have you recycled it, how much is hazardous, how much is non-hazardous, how much water have you withdrawn, consumed, recycled, reused, sent to landfill, what you are doing about biodiversity, conservation of nature. Are you really protecting your species, lakes, rivers? And recently, I've gone through a documentary video where an entire sea is gone, entire sea is dried, a barren land. Just imagine the kind of man-made errors that we have been witnessing. So, if we are speaking about these activities that are happening from the perspective of a business, then that is environmental topic. How much emission does a business emit? When we speak about disclosure, did a business emit in a period of time or a period of time? Biodiversity, policies, laws, violations, board requirements, climate objectives, climate change. All these are parameters that we speak under environment. Coming to social, we speak about diversity, equality, inclusion. Primarily, it refers to employees. As an organization, how am I taking care of my employees? What kind of diversity policies am I having, and how am I implementing them in my organization? Irrespective of your caste, creed, religion, color, background, nation, I shall be giving you an opportunity. Equality. If you're short, tall, lean, thin, whatever. If you're a relative to me or not relative to me, doesn't matter. As an employer, as an organization, I shall be picking that specific individual who will be able to fulfill the requirements of organization. Doesn't matter if you are physically challenged, especially able. So for example, I'm having a driver duty. If somebody is not having legs, that's okay, because driver duty requires legs. But if the same person is having immense capacity to operate a computer, and I'm looking at a computer operator, then if I refuse him, if I do not give him an opportunity, because that person does not have legs, that is discrimination. Discrimination based on legs. I mean, physical appearance. That is not what we need. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how you look. Doesn't matter what you are. As long as you will be able to fulfill my organizational requirements, I'll be hiring you. Equality. Inclusion. So let us include almost anybody who is wanting to work with. LGBTQ, lesbian, transgender, gay, bisexual, etc., etc., etc. Let us give them opportunity, because they are also human beings. Let us include within our lives, within our societies, within our organization. Let us give them the respect they deserve as an organization. So let us not discriminate because they're something else. No, they're like you and me. So inclusivity. So as an organization, am I really speaking about these activities? Once I am going for it, then am I really respecting their rights? When we say rights, human rights. ILO, International Labour Organization, UDHR, Universal Declaration for Human Rights. These are primary bodies which speak about human rights, employee rights, worker rights, in addition to child labor issues. So as part of this, what you are doing as an organization, how you are protecting them, how you are respecting them, right? What kind of training and development are you providing? How you are making your employees safe? How you are making your employees healthy, health and safety of employees? How you are giving them enough training that they are skilled enough to make their career beautiful? Training and development. What kind of rules and what kind of benefits that you are providing to your employees? 2 days work from home in a week. 5-day working, 2 days work from home, which will save a lot of fuel, commute fuel, electricity for the organization, time for the employees for the commute. At an average, if you look at in cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, at an average, it's 1.5 hours that an individual is taking for commute. So 3 plus 3, 6 hours is what you can save if an organization is going to give you 2 days work from home. If at all there is a possibility. So likewise, what you are doing for your employees. So if that is the case, you are also getting to spend your time with your family, employee happiness quotient. So these are different parameters that we speak. I mean, if I speak on, then there are hundreds of topics that we can discuss. Not really hundreds, probably tens of topics. Then we speak about customers. Who are your customers? How you are keeping your customers safe, healthy, if they are using your products or services? How your customers are happy? What kind of mediums you are having? How you are making them? How you are making it easy for your customers to reach you, to raise any question or query or complaint based on your because of your product or service. So at how easily you are able to communicate with them, and you are solving their issues, problems, complaints. What kind of mediums you are having? Customer satisfaction, one of the crucial important factors. Unlike a lot of us think environment is the primary objective and social and governance have no value. A lot of people do think. So here we have a lot of objectives. For example, if you speak about, let's say, corona vaccine, if I am the one who designed it, I can easily sell this vaccine at 10,000 rupees, maybe 20,000 rupees, because it was the monopoly. I was the only one who discovered it. But if that is the case, where are social values? So what we have to do? Affordability, accessibility. Is it affordable by common people? 300 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, reasonable. If if I'm having, let's say, 20%, 30%, or 40% margin, because there are distributors as well, there is affordability, accessibility. It is good that you are actually making it affordable. But what if it is not available in a rural area, at least mandal level areas? There is no point. It is not going to serve the purpose to make it accessible as well. So there are a lot of factors like this. And if you speak about local community people, how you are involving them within your operations. What kind of benefits are you providing? Are you alleviating their poverty? Are you bringing them out of their poverty? Are you providing any economical benefit? Are you providing jobs? Are you providing education or any other benefit? Are you creating schools for their children? Are you providing good education, quality education? So what are you doing for your local community people? And what are you doing for your society? And not just that, for your local community people, are you really respecting their heritage, their cultural values? Are you really taking their feedback into your organizational activities? If they say because of this activity, we are losing this. So are you taking any actions out of it so that your local community people will not suffer? So how you are including them within your organizational decision-making systems? How you are making sure that your indigenous people are not affected or not negatively affected by your operations? Cultural heritage, protecting their heritage, cultural values. So a lot of factors. How much money are you spending for the welfare of society, which is purely charity? Likewise, we can speak on. And another crucial topic is supply chain. So if you look at supply chain is equally important from your environmental objective as well as from your social perspective. How? As an organization, if I would want to be somebody, as an organization, who would want to portray or who would want to prove that we are a sustainable organization, then it is not just me who has to abide by all the requirements of sustainability, but also the value chain organizations, the suppliers, who shall also integrate ESG requirements, the sustainability requirements, so that we can grow together and we can work further, a longer duration. So in that regard, how am I bringing my suppliers? How am I making sure that yes, this company is my supplier, can be my supplier code of conduct. So there is scrutiny, there's supplier assessment before I invite somebody as a supplier. So what I do as an organization, if the supplier is really following all the environmental requirements as I would want to, if the supplier is a responsible supplier, responsible procurement, if the supplier is not having any human rights issues in their employees, social topic, if the supplier is really considering diversity, inclusivity, and equality, diversity, equality, and inclusion topics in the organization, if the supplier is really working against child labor, the supplier is really working towards biodiversity. So environment, social, both the objectives is very, very crucial. This is about environment and social vertical. Now governance. So most of us think that governance is something which is having very minute weightage in the concept of ESG. If somebody did hear about this topic, if somebody has a bit of understanding of ESG, and if you really do not understand the concept of ESG, then this is the kind of understanding or speculation or thought process about the concept of ESG, where we think that environment is a very broad sector, social is relatively lesser, governance is even lesser. I mean, lesser, and I mean to say, having less weightage. Unfortunately, that's not true. As an organization, if I would want to achieve the concepts of environment or social, whatever we have discussed so far in the last 10-15 minutes, that is only possible if, as an organization, I approve it, which means that board of directors have to approve it, have to come forward, have to approve some fund. These activities require money. These activities require team, resources, technology. There are a lot of things. If your company does not allow you to do so, how can you bring in this kind of big change? Probably as an individual, at your individual capacity, you may plant, let's say, 100 trees, but that is not sufficient. So governance has to come forward, and governance must be having a long-term vision in terms of organizational sustainability growth. As an organization, how we would want to be, and where we would want to be, and what kind of result that we would want to achieve accordingly. For environment, what are our targets? What are our actions? What are our risks and opportunities? How we can achieve that? Often you must be seeing India has pledged that by 2070 will be carbon neutral. I mean net zero. So how it is done? When Indian government took the decision. So if you understand India as an organization, Parliament as board of directors, the board of directors have taken the decision. Board has taken the decision. In the very similar way, as an organization, if you would want to achieve something, board has to come forward. Board has to say that this is our vision, this is our objective, and they have to create some committees. Committees are to be headed by responsible, individuals who are capable of handling the respective department. And board has to review their work every now and then, and they have to scrutiny the objectives, scrutiny the activities that they are implementing, research, analyze, and then come up with new strategies to achieve the objective. So this happens only if governance, the board of directors and owners of the company come forward and say that, yes, as an organization, we are planning to go for ESG. When I say ESG, achieving environmental sustainability as a social sustainability by practicing good governance principles, by integrating good governance principles. So ESG primarily starts with governance, though we speak about it at the later stage. The board of directors have to come forward and they say that in environment we do this, in social we do this. In supply chain, these are the rules and regulations that we would want to implement, and those suppliers who abide by my rules and requirements, my objectives, will only be my suppliers. As part of your supplier assessment, you will scrutinize them, and then you will invite them as your suppliers. So from board, you will have your code of conduct, how your board shall function, how your employees shall function, what kind of committees you are having, what are their responsibilities, anti-bribery, corruption, confidentiality of information, IPR, uses of IPR, technology uses, data privacy, human rights policies, cybersecurity policies, probably political funding, if you can do it or not. A lot of things. It is a kind of constitution of a nation. The way we have got constitution of a nation, in the very similar way, code of conduct is the constitution for the organization. How the body shall govern. I mean, sorry, how the organization shall work, and it will be governed by governance team. If there are any issues, there are channels like anonymous channel, whistleblower policy, whistleblower channels where your queries can be solved, your questions can be solved, your complaints can be addressed, grievance system, grievance mechanism. If there is an issue for your employee, how your employee can speak to one of the higher management officials. For example, I'm having an issue with my manager. How can I raise my voice? So grievance systems, hotlines. This is what organization has to do in addition to the financial performance. This is what ESG is. So if you understand ESG, ESG is a concept, a platform, or a medium, or a framework which helps organizations to achieve the concept of sustainability. So in the previous slide, we learned about sustainability. What is sustainability? Why it is important for us to address it? Why we all shall have to work towards achieving sustainable development goals. Now we understood that how a business will be contributing to the concept of sustainability achievement, and for that the medium is ESG. So as individuals, as government, as company, as nation, whoever we are, whatever the kind of government we are into, if we all come together and join hands to achieve some cause, that is sustainability. Whereas if the same thing is happening, if the same thing is done by a company, by a business, that is ESG. The platform that they use is ESG. So as an organization, I'm a profitable organization. I'm having at least 2 to 5% growth every year in terms of profit. Now, am I polluting society environment? Maybe yes. Am I having a toxic culture in my organization? Maybe yes. So if that is the case, will I be able to survive in the long term? Maybe not. So as owner of the company, as board of directors of the company, we have to bring in those systems, those changes to the organization, saying that as an organization, let us limit our emissions, let us use less energy, let us bring in more energy conservative appliances, energy efficient appliances, so that we will not be compromising on the production quality, yet we will be using less energy, which in turn results in less emission. Let us try to reduce, reuse, and recycle. RRR formula. Let us withdraw very less water for the similar amount of operations. Let us have less waste. Let us decrease the waste generation. Let us recycle it. So if I am saying this, if I'm having this kind of vision, if I'm having these policies and systems in place, I'll be able to work on the topic of environmental sustainability. Since my work culture is also toxic, so I'm bringing in some changes, saying that these are the policies. You shall not discriminate any individual based on their caste, creed, religion, etc., etc., etc. And job opportunity shall be given to those individuals who deserve it. Not because somebody is my relative, somebody is my cousin, it shall be given to them or him or her. So if I bring this kind of changes, instead of giving, let's say, 6 months maternity leave, if I'm giving 7 months maternity leave, 6 months is mandatory. 1 month extra that you are giving is bonus. Love towards your employees. Employees happiness quotient. Nowadays, a lot of organizations are giving menstrual leave. No questions asked. Women can take 1 day leave, so 1 day a month. So these are your employee happiness quotient. Providing health benefits, conducting some health campaigns, issuing insurance to all your family members. All of these activities are for your employee welfare, employee happiness, and creating a system wherein your customers shall not be, your customers' questions shall be addressed within 24 hours, addressed within 48 hours. If a complaint is raised, it has to be addressed within 48 hours. It has to be resolved in 72 hours. Stringent systems to provide good customer satisfaction. Letting your local community people work within your organization, giving them some, having some reservations for them. So if I'm doing it by integrating good governance policies, then that's when I'll be able to sustain in the long run. Though I'm having 2 to 5%, maybe 10% growth every year, I may not be a company which will be able to progress in the long run. However, if I follow these activities, if I integrate these systems within my organization, I'll be able to fulfill my legal requirements. I'll be a responsible organization. I'll be a sustainable organization, where I can see myself at least for next 30 to 40, maybe 50 years as a sustainable organization by integrating these changes, by requirements which are required today, and adopting new systems which will be coming in. So I'll be analyzing that after 10 years, the risk is this. Maybe after 5 years, because of policy changes, maybe because of environmental changes, maybe because of customer behavior, the risk may not be a risk, or it may become adverse than what you have figured it out today. So every day, every week, every month, every year, you have to scrutiny. We call that as materiality assessment. Every year we conduct materiality assessment, and depending on that assessment, we define what is our risk, what is our opportunity, and what kind of policies that we have to take as part of our governance. Then those will be implemented within your environment as well your social objectives. Now, let us understand, is it charity that an organization is doing if they are protecting their environment, giving a lot of benefits to society? Because this does not happen with very less money. It requires ample amount of money as well as resources, time. So if a lot of you think that this is charity, then we are wrong. ESG, environment, social and governance, also has one hidden quotient, which is economics. ESG is a platform or a tool or a medium which helps organizations to achieve sustainable development, to achieve sustainable objectives with some return on investment. based on actions, steps that you take. It is not charity at all. ESG always comes with economic quotient, where ESG gives you return on investment. It may not be something which will be seen today, but it will be seen after 5 years, maybe in the name of a monetary fund, or maybe non-monetary. Monetary, when we say, you directly get money. Non-monetary, your brand value, your customer base increase, which indirectly increase your revenue. Either monetarily or non-monetarily, it is going to benefit you. It is not just charity that you are doing. It is organizational growth that you are trying to achieve. It is organizational benefit that you are looking at, that you are focusing at. It is stakeholders benefit that you are focusing at. It is society that you are focusing at. It is environment that you are focusing at, with a concept of return on investment. So this is ESG. The concept of ESG is that it is a medium or a platform which helps organizations to achieve sustainable growth with return on investment by integrating or by practicing good governance principles in the areas of E and S, which is environment and social, to achieve environment and social sustainability. This is the concept of ESG. So whatever we have discussed so far, that is there on the screen to an extent. Climate strategy, we spoke about environment, water, waste, emission, conservation of natural resources and biodiversity. We spoke about lakes. We spoke about species. We spoke about emission. So emission is part of your biodiversity. So if you plant a lot of trees, if you conserve your nature, if you conserve your lakes, the emission that is emitted by different organizations, maybe individuals, you and me, can be absorbed. The carbon dioxide can be absorbed. The methane can be absorbed by these activities. So conservation of natural resources as well biodiversity, which will be again the concept of fulfilling today's need by not compromising on the ability to fulfill the needs of future generations. Water waste management. Now sustainable innovation, which we have not discussed in the previous discussion. So if we would want to achieve sustainable solution, if you would want to reduce our emission, if you would want to have some machinery which will be having higher efficiency, then innovation is required. For example, if you look at Indian automotive industry, BS1, BS2, BS8 engine today, which means that when you are having BS4 or BS5 engine, it was going to give you, or it is, if still we are using it, it is going to give you 5 kilometers mileage. BS8 engine is going to give you 6 kilometer mileage, which means for the same amount of 1 liter of combustion, initially it was giving you 5 kilometers drive, now it is giving you 6 kilometers drive, which means your emission is coming down, your efficiency is increasing. So sustainable innovation, you have to do continuous R&D as an organization, and you have to achieve this kind of sustainable development objectives by innovation. Coming to social, society, local community, we discussed, supply chain discussed, diversity, inclusion, human capital management, almost everything is discussed. Governance, code of conduct and ethics, corporate governance. So code of conduct and ethics for already we discussed, and corporate governance, how strong your body is and how it is having a vision towards your ESG is what we discussed, what we explained. And that's what your corporate governance is, where we look at board structure, number of directors, how many are independent, how many are executive, how many are non-executive, what are their experiences, what are their, what do we say, gender, and is there any policy, is there any board mandate, if the experience is relevant to the kind of committee that you are heading, and if you are having a right mix of policies in place for your E&S implementation, if you are having precise objectives about your supply chain, how it has to be. So everything will be decided under your corporate governance. Transparency. So as an organization, I may be having some shareholders who have invested in my money in my organization. If in my organization, the board is consisting of 10 directors, and out of 10, 8 are my family members, then definitely I'll be able to influence my decision. If that is the case, then where is transparency? How my shareholders and stakeholders are given information about my organization. Every activity, every action will be taken in favor of mine. But If we want to be transparent, if an organization is transparent, then the trust becomes the trust gets increased, and it becomes a habit for your stakeholders that okay, this organization is very transparent and this organization is relatively good. So the kind of trust that we all have for Tata today. So most of the individuals in India having some respect towards Tata products and services. Why? Because the kind of transparency that they are having, the love that they are showing towards their employees, the love that they are showing towards society, community. That's what transparency speaks about. Finally, risk management we already discussed. So these are the broad topics that we have discussed. Otherwise, within ESG, at least you can have about 100 to 150 different topics and close to 500, 600, maybe 800 different indicators. Out of them, close to 100 and maybe 150 key performance indicators will be there, which are part of your risk that is to be addressed at the earliest possible time for an organization, which can be found with an assessment called materiality. Materiality assessment gives you the concept of, helps you to find risk and opportunity, and also helps you to define what kind of actions that you shall be taking today. Right? This is what ESG is all about. Right? So what is the need of adopting ESG today? If you look at about 85% of chief investment officers across globe are now trying to divert their funds from traditional or maybe existing way of investing to the investment pattern which has got ESG concept. So if you have got 100 rupees to invest, ideally you will be finding that organization which is going to give you, let's say, 20% return on investment. However, now you may be expecting maybe 10% return on investment or maybe 15% return on investment with the cautiousness of ESG, which means that though I am an organization which is going to give you 20% return on investment, yet you will not invest in my organization if I am not somebody who is working in line with sustainable objectives. You will be investing in my company, though I'll be giving you only 10% ROI or 15% ROI with the concept of integrating ESG, then you are ready to invest. That's what is happening. About 85% of the chief investment officers across globe are considering their investments move towards ESG objectives. In their decision making, they are considering ESG factors, ESG ratings, ESG performance of an organization. If you look at EU, I'm sure most of you must have heard of ESRS as well, CBAM, border adjustment mechanism, I mean carbon border adjustment mechanism. If you look at these changes that are coming from European region, to start with EU taxonomy, where they were asking about 50,000 plus organizations to adopt that. And then they did come up with ESRS, Sustainability Reporting System, I think standard. And they said that it is something which is mandatory for 50,000 organizations by 2029. And by 2026, at least top, if I'm not wrong, it is 10,000 organizations will have to adopt this system. Which means that all these organizations and organizations within their value chain shall be integrating ESG objectives. From the concept of responsibility, it is now becoming mandatory, compliance requirement. So as an organization, if you are one of the top 50,000 organizations within European region, you are by default required to adopt this system. Plus, if you are a supplier to Europe, let's say I'm a textile manufacturing company sitting in India, Bangladesh, or maybe Sri Lanka, which are great exporters to European and Western regions when it comes to textiles. So I have to pay tax on my product emission if these products are being sold to European region. If at all these products are being sold to European region, me being an Indian who is manufacturing it, have to pay some tax on my carbon emission, on the product's carbon emission, which means that not just the company in US, which is becoming a sustainable organization, but also the company which is sitting in India has also running towards, is also running towards the concept of sustainability. Because if I have to reduce my emissions, I have to take a lot of activities integrated and implemented. the concept of ESG. And that is only possible only if the G part is strong, right? So if I have to pay less tax, I have to emit less emission. If I am emitting less emission as an Indian organization, I'm contributing to the goal of Indian nation as well. So this is a global momentum, probably you can say, movement, probably you can say, where with one action that is taken by EU, those nations who are supplying, who are exporting their goods or services to EU region are also becoming sustainable, right? Not just that, the consumers are also now trying to buy those products or consider those products or services which are sustainable in nature, primarily products. If you look at one sample survey from US, about 36, I think 38% of the people are ready to purchase sustainable products, provided they are stamped, they are marked that they are sustainable by one of the legitimate bodies, let's say SEC, Securities Exchange Commission. This survey is from US. And about 54% of the people were ready to make even premium payment for sustainable products if they are made, if they are stamped, if they are told that if the products are certified that they are sustainable by this kind of body, legitimate body like SEC. And if you look at overall study, I think this is the data that you are seeing on the screen, which is 12%. That is from 2022, if I remember it right. So they are willing to pay 12% premium. So if I'm buying a product at 100 rupees and 12%, which is 12 rupees. So I'm ready to pay 12 rupees extra at an average, I'm saying, that's for the study, for sustainable products. If they are certified by a body like SEC. Just look at the behavior of consumer. That is what I was telling you. If I am getting 10, 15, maybe 2, 5% steady growth every year, I may sustain for 5, 10 years, but I may not be able to sustain as an organization for next 20 years because the objectives are changing. The legal requirements are changing. Now the customers are also changing. They are now wanting sustainable solutions. If I do not integrate this within my organization, then I'll not be able to achieve this at all. Right? Now, if you look at Indian context, from 2021, probably the year 2021 onwards, if you look at from 2021, the kind of change that we have been seeing, the moment SEBI says it is made mandatory for top 1,000 listed entities based on market capitalization, since then we have been seeing a lot of buzz, a lot of discussion, a lot of changes that are happening with respect to ESG in India. So if you start understanding this concept of BRSR, which is made mandatory by SEBI for top 1,000 listed entities in the year 2020, implemented in 2021, and made it mandatory from 2022-2023 financial year onwards. Right? From that year onwards, these organizations were required, I mean to say the previous financial year, these organizations were required to go with only BRSR. That's good. But if you look at 2023's announcement by SEBI, SEBI made it very clear that 75% of the value chain organizations by value of these 1,000 organizations shall also report their emissions. Which means that if I have got 100 organizations in my value chain, out of these 100 organizations, top 75 organizations shall disclose their emissions. Again, the concept of CBAM to an extent, not really, but to an extent. Which means that those SEBI made it mandatory for 1,000, at an average close to 40 to 50,000 organizations are now in the loop. 1,000 organizations are now directly required to publish their sustainability data, ESG performance directly from the year 2022-2023 financial year. And this year onwards, about 40 to 50,000 organizations are also required to disclose their emissions. We call them as scope 1 emissions, all those emissions which are direct emissions. Right? So if you just look at Indian context only, this is the kind of scenario. And if you look at the actual system, actual number of companies within India, if I have to speak, there are about 13 lakh organizations which are registered with Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, which are actively making their annual filings. I'm not speaking about all registered organizations. As of 2024, the data that I'm giving you here is about 13 lakh different organizations which are actively filing their annual filings, annual reports with MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, which means that they are just limited organizations, private limited, uh, public limited, LLP, Hindu undivided family. There are 6-7 categories. What about partnership firms and solo proprietorship firms? A lot more than what we can imagine. And do not just assume that partnership firms are very, very, very small. There are partnership firms, there are solo proprietorship firms which are having 200, 300, 500 crore turnover as well. Putting together, even if you consider those organizations which are having at an average, let's say 200 to 300 crore turnover, maybe 70 crore turnover, at least there are 20% organizations out of this. Even if you consider 20% of 13 lakhs, only limited entities, let's forget about private limited and proprietorship, still close to 2.5 lakh organizations, 2.6, let's take a common figure. About 2.5 lakh organizations will be requiring to adopt ESG in next 3 to 5 years time, maybe next 8 years time. Just imagine the kind of pressure that is coming from global market and also from Indian market. There is a lot of pressure which is coming from Indian market because India also pledged to become carbon neutral by 2070, and India is also one of the UN nations. And as part of global requirements, India also has to move towards the concept of sustainability as a nation, which means that organizations shall adopt the concept of ESG. Otherwise, organizations will fail to prove that they are sustainable, which means that which lead to the concept, which lead to the bankruptcy. Going forward, Indian government may impose some hefty fines. Also, your organization gets a cancellation of your license if these activities are not followed. If your organization is not really adopting the concept of ESG, where your board is very strong, transparent, with which you will be able to achieve your environmental sustainability as well your societal sustainability. Otherwise, we will not be able to achieve the concept of long-term sustainability as a lot of nations, a lot of governments aspire to become. So if you look at sustainable development goals, as per the requirement of SDG, by 2030, the entire globe shall achieve the concept of 169 goals, which are spread across 17 broad goals, 17 SDGs. So is there a practical possibility? If you ask me, no, if we are the way we are today. Hence, to achieve those goals by 2030, we all have to come forward, and out of which the majority of the contribution will be coming from businesses. Hence, the concept of ESG has got a lot of momentum. As individuals, as common, as a society, we all put together are working for the welfare of society, excluding business, then at an average, we will be able to achieve maybe 20-25% sustainability objectives only. About 70 to 75%, maybe 80% of the sustainability objectives will be achieved by integrating sustainable changes within organization. So organizations, if come forward, they will be able to contribute towards sustainable change with a hoping amount of 80% change. That is the reason why out of sustainability, ESG is having very immense weightage. As individuals, you and me cannot achieve that kind of large objective. So here, businesses are what have to come forward and achieve the concept of sustainability. That is the reason why today there is a lot of focus that is going towards the concept of ESG that has to be integrated, implemented, and practiced by an organization, followed by disclosure of the data of your performance, which will be evaluated by rating agencies, which will then let you know if you are a good organization or not in terms of your non-financial performance. Right? Based on your performance, consumers will be buying your products, investors will be investing in your company, or maybe employees will be coming to you if your organizational employee benefits are really good. If your employee satisfaction is really good, your production and quality will be better. And if there is the case, you'll be able to impact or provide good and effective and efficient solutions to your customers. Then thus by your ecosystem will be sustainable. We will become sustainable. It's not just that for the sake of mandatory objectives, since SEBI said that top 1,000 organizations from the year 2021, sorry, 2022, 2023 made mandatory, 2023, 2024. It is essential. So this year onwards, starting from tomorrow, these 1,000 organizations have to publish their BRSR report. No, not just that. This is the ecosystem that is going to be created when you integrate ESG within your organization. It's not just that you are going to get your benefit as profit, but also that you are contributing to the welfare of society as well for the welfare of environment, wherein the entire ecosystem, entire ecology comes into picture. Otherwise, as individuals, as societies, we will be able to contribute about 20 to maybe 25% of the objective. So that is the need and requirement and the huge responsibility of the business sector across the globe, wherein they'll be able to achieve the concept, they'll be able to achieve the target of 80% of the sustainable change, sustainable development. Right? So if you look at opportunity in terms of monetary benefit that we have been speaking. So if you look at 2005 on the screen, it's not there, but if you look at 2005, there is somewhere about 5 trillion assets under management, whereas if you look at 2020, it's close to 45. And by 2034, maybe 2035, if you look at the graph by HSBC, it is close to $170 trillion assets under management. So 2020 to 2034, just imagine, close to 50 to 200, approximately I'm saying, 4 times. Just imagine the kind of wealth that is going to be rotated, that is going to be circulated within the industry called ESG. If you look at only Indian context, in the year 2022-2023, there was about 10,700 crores, which was part of AUM, crore rupees. And there was a slight dip in the year 2023-2024 financial year, which is about 10,600 crores. A 100 crore margin is the dip because of some policy changes. And then it is going to shoot now because of some additional objectives. So, for example, recently, if you look at RBI made it mandatory for all financial institutions to disclose or to lend their money based on climate performance from the year 2026. All financial institutions. So all these points putting in together, the AUM will increase. So I don't really remember the number, but if I remember it right, it is going to be 15,000 crore by 2025 or 2026, if I remember it right. Just within India. Just imagine kind of wealth that is going to be created. So if that is there, then what is the opportunity for you? So as we discussed in the previous slide, here, if you remember, within India, there are about 2.5 lakh organizations which will be requiring ESG solutions, be it direct ESG integration, be it carbon management. So at an average, even if you consider 2 individuals per organization, still there will be 5 lakh jobs that will be generated in near future. Even if you consider only SEBI's mandate as of today, at least about 40 to 50,000 organizations will have to do their job by 2024-2025 financial year end. Even if you consider that same 2, still there are going to be 1 lakh jobs that are going to be created in next 1 to 3 years. Next 1 to 3 years. And if you look at some statistics from Indeed, one of the leading digital job platforms, about 290% job growth was there in India from the year 2019 to 2023. About 290, close to 300. 300% growth in jobs with respect to ESG within India. There is a kind of immense opportunity that we all have, you and me, right? So these are some statistics for you, why we all shall go for it. And if you look at PwC, by 2026, PwC is planning to hire 1 lakh ESG professionals. 1 lakh ESG professionals by the end of 2026, year 2026. Just imagine. Alone PwC, nothing else. That is the kind of opportunity. That is the kind of depth that we are having in this industry. So who are those companies which are going to hire, which are working in this era, in this area? So there is called consultancy. So what do we mean by consultancy? So if you are an organization who is wanting to integrate ESG within your organization, how you can do it if you don't have the concept of ESG? So by learning this concept, me being a consultant, I will have to go to your organization and will help you to we will help you to conduct the materiality assessment, and we will define what is risk and opportunity, and what are the steps that are to be taken. So KPMG, Morningstar, PwC, EY, and our organization, Tattva ESG Solutions Private Limited, we are the kind of organizations which are providing ESG solutions to organizations to adopt, to integrate and implement, practice right ESG solutions so that we'll be able to achieve right ESG goals. Now, data providers. So if I have to understand where am I today, how will I come to know where am I today? There has to be a rating agency. So if you look at rating agencies, MSCI, ISS, S&P Global, EcoVadis, Sustainalytics, Sustainalytics, London Stock Exchange Group, Morningstar, Refinitiv, a lot of other companies are there. If they have to give you rating, there has to be data, and those few of data providers are eValue, ICE Data, SG Analytics, Bloomberg, Refinitiv, S&P Global, Arabesque, if I'm not wrong, Sustainametrics, Sustainalytics. So these are the companies. Few of them are both data companies as well rating agencies. But for example, if you look at eValue and ICE Data, SG Analytics, they are primarily not rating agencies. They're purely data providers. So what they do? They collect data from all the companies and they evaluate if the company has really performed well with respect to all the ESG requirements. As I was mentioning, right, close to 100,000 indicators, 1,000 questions. Do you have data for all these indicators? Which means that have you implemented them? Have you practiced them? Then these companies are going to give you enough understanding. Then these rating agencies are going to give you rating. You are at first position, you are at 9th position, you are at 1,000th position. Depending on that, either customers will come to you and buy your services, either investors come to you and invest in your money, invest money in your organization, either suppliers or organizations will come to you and invest associate with you. This kind of objective and possibility to grow, to become sustainable in the long run. Now, software tools and service providers. So if I have to do this job, managing 1,000 data points is not a small thing. It's not a practical possibility that you will be able to manage it for 10, 15 different companies with Excel. Hence, there have to be some tools, and they are SaaS, ServiceNow, DisyNext, maybe some other organizations, which are giving you tools as software as service, SaaS, software as service, right? In addition to that, who else? Organizations looking forward to integrate and implement good ESG sustainability practices, right? So as an organization, if I would want to integrate them, and if I do not want to go to any consultancy, I would want to set up my own team where at least 10 to 15 members are required. There is the opportunity that where you can work, where you can go. So if I am doing something, so I'm saying that my emission is 100 grams, what is the authenticity? So you can also be an assurance auditor, assurance provider. We call it as limited assurance or actional assurance. Institutional investors. As an organization, as an institutional investor, if I have, let's say, $100 million, and if I have to invest in companies, then I have to analyze ESG data, because I am nowadays, as I did tell you, 85% of investment chiefs are planning to invest their money within ESG organizations. If that is the case, I have to have my own team which does this job. If not, if not that, I would want to rely on any rating system, any rating agency. Then I also have to have my own team. Even if there is a rating agency which is going to support me, still I have to have my own rating, my own ESG system, because they are the ones who will have to let me know that, okay, These are the companies you can pick from this rating report. Still, there is an opportunity. Government bodies who are making policies, for example, SEBI, without the integration of ESG professionals, do you think SEBI will be able to bring in this kind of rules and regulations, standards, frameworks? No. So there is an opportunity with government institutions or maybe other regulatory requirements. National global institutions, for example, GRI, CDP, they also require you and me. Lot of opportunity. So do you not think that would you want to be one of those thousands of professionals who are looking forward to become a part of this dynamic and evolving domain, which is ESG and sustainability? If you are, then what are skills you need? If by chance you are thinking that, yes, you would want to become part of the sustainable solution, this industry, then what are the skills that you will have to become an in-demand ESG sustainability expert, so that the moment you go to a job, you will be able to integrate and implement practice ESG. DR. You need to understand what are compliance, regulatory and compliance requirements. What is stakeholder engagement? How it has to be done. To an extent, it is part of your material assessment. Sustainable business strategy. So once you understand what is legal requirement, what are risks and opportunities, how you can strategize this. Then it is something like writing an exam for the preparation that you have done for the entire year or maybe month, whatever. Reporting. So whatever your performance is, whatever your sustainability performance is, you are now required to draft that in the form of a report. So in the year 2021-2022, my emission was 100 grams. My employees were 200. My female employees were 48. Data. So you will be somebody who shall be able to understand the concept of writing a sustainability report or how to interpret the concept of sustainability report. If you are reading a sustainability report, you need to understand what is there in the sustainability report, which will help you to be part of ESG data and data research and analysis. Here I was showing you, right? Okay, let me go back. The data companies, rating agencies like S&P Global, Service Now, Connection Service Now, because they also need research and analysis. Otherwise, they'll not be able to design their own tools, which will be giving you the right output, software as service, right? And then probably you are somebody who will be able to help, let's say SEBI, in terms of understanding these 1,000 organizations. So tomorrow, these 1,000 organizations are to be evaluated. You can be that somebody who will be evaluating these 1,000 organizations and letting SEBI know that, okay, out of these 1,000 organizations, this is the status. And after 3 years, these are the organizations which are actually growing, actually performing, and these organizations which are just doing it for the sake of doing it. If you say they are doing it for the sake of doing it, SEBI takes the action. If that is the case, then these organizations have to have a progressive growth. It's not just that you are disclosing your data, it is also about your progressive growth, for which you and me are required at any cost by these organizations. Otherwise, they'll not be able to make their business moving. There have to be individuals like you and me who have got experience in ESG. So what you need? If you are somebody who is wanting to get into ESG space now, then you'll be needing mentoring, guidance, roadmap, handholding, confidence. Putting together as a package, you shall be having all these activities, all these parameters in place. Then only you will be able to do it. So what are roles and responsibilities? As I did mention, you can be a research specialist, helping organizations to design ratings. Consultancy, we just discussed on this. How you can help organizations to integrate, excuse me. Sorry. I just discussed that how as a consultant we'll be able to help organizations. If organization does not want to hire 10 individuals, maybe 15 individuals, because with 1 or 2 individuals, no organization will be able to implement and integrate ESG. Probably you can provide solutions, but will not be able to do all the entire job. This is what you can do as consultant, subject matter expert. So as an organization, if I am designing a scoring methodology, if I'm saying that you are at first position, you are at second position, how am I doing that? With subject matter expert job, You will be able to let the rating agencies and data companies know that this is how you have to capture data. This is what the guidance has to be. This is what the organization or maybe a specific sector has to work with. This is what you guide the organization, right? Fund and investing, we just discussed investment perspective, sustainability management. So how you will be able to implement a right ESG structure, policy development. So as part of your governance vertical, as we already discussed in the at the beginning of this session, without governance, it will not happen. If there has to be a structured system, there has to be a policy, and you can be the individual who will be able to design policies. Impact assessment, not just environmental impact assessment, but also there's something called social impact assessment, which you can do, which you will be part of. And there's something called ESMS, environmental management system, environment and social management system, supply chain, a lot many other objectives where you can be part of. So, what kind of roles and what kind of roles that you'll be hired for? Chief sustainability officers, sustainability heads, managers, consultants, independent directors, and then sustainability consultants, where you will be integrating and implementing ESG. Probably you will be hired as a person who will be disclosing data, which means writing a sustainability report, approving sustainability report, data research and analysis, subject matter expert, assurance auditors, investment auditors with respect to ESG. I mean, few more. Okay. So where to learn? Where you can learn it? So you can learn it on Google, YouTube, WhatsApp, FB groups, maybe other social networking platforms. You may go to some theoretical sessions or local institutions, self-paced learnings. Probably you can have a lot of free trainings that are available, which are not structured. Maybe some are maybe structured, some are maybe not structured. So all these areas where you can learn. But this learning lacks few aspects. These are customized and constructive learning for you. If you want to understand what is GRI, there is at least 10 GB of data that you can have. Like worst case scenario, 1 GB of data you can have. Just to understand what is GRI, how much time do you require to understand what is GRI from 1 GB of data? What is roadmap? So if you are learning GRI, what is there for you? What is your career path? What you can become? Who will be guiding you? Who will be handholding you? Who will be mentoring you? Even if that is there, how you will be making it sure that you're practically learning it? What is the structure of learning it? So these are the missing parameters, which are very, very crucial for anybody to learn the subject, anybody to land in this industry, right? To become an individual who will be able to implement and integrate ESG with respect by becoming an in-demand ESG sustainability expert, right? So, keeping all these parameters in mind, we are bringing to you our signature program, which is ESG Sustainability Mastery Accelerator System, which has all these parameters. We give you structured learning, we give you practical learning, we give you hand-holding, mentoring, we give you right roadmap, what you can be. We have a separate session for career mentoring. So we give you right path, what you can do, where you can do, what kind of roles and responsibilities can be there. All this entire package is what we are going to offer you. And that is a Zoom live interactive session. It is not just that we give you recording and you are going through recordings. We are having a module where we connect online live on Zoom and interact with each other to learn the subject efficient and effectively in a practical way. Okay. So this is the kind of certification that we'll be giving. We are an organization, Tattva ESG Solutions Private Limited, which is having an exclusive vertical of ESG Academy. ESG Academy is a 21,001 certified institution, and Tattva is 9,001 certified organization. ISO. This is a certificate that you'll be giving. Now, what you will learn. So this is a slight, mix of few topics that I'm sharing here. Otherwise, a detailed and updated curriculum will be shared with you by today evening, maybe by tomorrow, with you all. Otherwise, the subject will remain same. So what we are going to provide you? We'll be understanding what is ESG, why it is important, how it is going to affect, what are principles, UNGC, SDG, PRI, maybe OECD, and what is materiality assessment, why it is important, how it has to be conducted, what does it do for an organization. Then we will be speaking about standards and frameworks, GRA, SASB, IR, BRSR, and GRBC. And then we speak about environmental filings like CDP, TCFD. Those TCFD is kind of obsolete now. That is part of S1, SB. But otherwise, TCFD has its own objectives. Hence, we will be speaking on that. A bit of introduction to SBTI, GG protocol, or what we'll be understanding. And skill to opportunity mapping, which is one of the crucial parts. How you will be able to map your existing skills with the learning of ESG to a specific job. How you can map it, what you can become with what you are today by not compromising on your 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of experience. You do not really have to start your career afresh, right? And then we speak about a practical understanding where we speak about E, S, and G. What are different topics? What are different subtopics? What are indicators? What are key performance indicators? So we'll be giving a template consisting of close to 180 indicators. And as a practical objective, you are required to prepare your own template consisting of close to 450 to 500 indicators. Is the live experience, practical experience for you, which is going to fetch you a job. It is not that the teaching that we are giving you. It is that the learning that you are taking from us is implemented in the form of a guide. It is your exclusive asset, which you will be having. Exclusive asset. So this is what you will be using. So with this 500 indicator module that we'll be preparing, which is the testimonial for you, which is the face for you as ESG expert. With this, you will be analyzing about 15 companies' data, which will actually fetch you the practical experience, wherein right after this course module, if you go to any job, you will be able to achieve a minimum of 60% to 80% quality, which is assured if you really practice this the way it is required to be practiced, the way we ask you to practice. Otherwise, most of you must be understanding in consultancy area, getting 80% quality is a very great job. I'm not saying that 80% is the maximum cap, but if you are achieving 80%, it's really wonderful. And we are promising you, we are giving you assurance that you will be able to achieve a 60% of minimum quality to a percentage of 80% right after this course module. There is a strength, there is the confidence that we are having. There's a kind of module that we have designed, that we have prepared with 10 years of experience, putting together close to 10 years of experience each. So we are a team of 5 individuals who have designed, have worked on this module, and we are continuously working on it. Then we will be speaking about research analysis, how an effective sustainability report can be prepared, how you will be able to do the comparative analysis, and then the 15 companies that you will be working on. What is the analysis of your 15 companies that you are doing? What is your report? What is your analysis for these 15 companies? That is what you will be adding to your resume. You'll be adding it to your LinkedIn profile. You'll be saying that this is what I have done as a practice module, as a live module, which I also will be able to implement in your organization by achieving this kind of objective. I'll be able to help you achieve this. Otherwise, if you take any other course module, you're free to take as long as you think that you'll be able to achieve this objective. Otherwise, we are sure we are one premium institute in that regard, where we are giving you live training, live program, live project, which will be face of you when we are going to a company. There is a module that we have prepared. So we strongly, without any single question, we are saying that invest in your future by enrolling for the certification program. If you are wanting to become an in-demand ESG sustainability expert. So for that, what are we providing? 55 plus hours of live training, live and interactive training, a detailed course module where you will be given sustainability reporting based on GRI and ESG analytics based on GRI, which is the part of this entire course module, right? Implementation integration is what we are going to teach you. and you'll be able to do it. Practical learning with case studies. So here, rather, I would say it is the live case study, I would say. We will be giving you 15 companies where you'll be working on these 15 companies live. Study material will be giving you. Template is a bonus, which we will be giving you initially, which is consisting of close to 160, 180 indicators. But you will be able to design a template which will be consisting of close to 450 to 500 indicators for sure if you follow the learning, which will be the face of you, which will be the asset to you, which is going to give you a job in this area. So why you shall choose us? As we did tell you, expert-led training. As I did mention already, I have been doing this job for 1.5 years at least as part of my own organization. And from 2021, I've been doing this here and there. So to name a few, GT Academy, I was a professional trainer. Probably I can tell you this Symbiosis Pune, which is Energy International Forum. There I did deliver training. There's something called Livelihood, Access Livelihood. We provide training. And there are a few other corporate trainings as well. I mean, I have been doing this from 2021. I have been doing this. And I'm not the only trainer. Mr. Avinash Kumar, who is one of the co-founders or one of the founders, who will also be giving you experience of designing an entire new module for governance. He'll also be helping you there. He's the one who designed an entire new module for one of the companies. Real world case studies. And they are going to be your live learning. Advanced research and analysis training, which we already discussed. And we have got close to 130 plus members of alumni, which has got about 15 plus years of experience, average experience. If you look at, our alumni has got 15 plus years. So far, we have trained 10 batches. We are going to conduct 11th batch during April. Second week of April is what we are planning. And there is immense possibility that live project collaboration is also a possibility. What are the projects that we are having? We may be inviting one of you who is really working well, who is really giving their time, giving their expertise to the concept of ESG. Then there is a possibility that we may collaborate, we may join hands. Right? So here, I do not want to really, spend some time here since we are running out of time. It's already 12:20. So let me give you the general details for this. So we are starting a batch from 9th April, which is Tuesday. So we will be having sessions on Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. 2 hours a day, 2 days a week, 100 days course. Close to 55 plus hours of live learning. And in our history, we never have concluded a batch less than with about 58 years of learning. A minimum of 50 to 60 hours is what we are spending. So definitely 55 plus hours of learning will be there. So what are we giving you as a package? So in addition to this course, you will be given resume building and LinkedIn profile optimization. Absolutely for free. Absolutely for free. Resume building and LinkedIn profile optimization. Resume building in line with your ESG objectives. And how your LinkedIn profile shall be looking in line with your ESG objectives. Absolutely for free. We will be giving you close to 100 interview questions and answers. Absolutely for free. If somebody wants a mock interview, we also conduct that. Absolutely for free. Right? Which is what? 25,000 rupees. It is going to be free for you if you take this course. It is a complete package. By just giving you learning, we are not going to leave you. We are not going to leave you. Just keep this in your mind. We'll be helping you in your resume building. We'll be helping you in your job profile understanding. We also create your profile. We also help you in profile optimization. If by chance there is an opportunity that we have got as an organization, we'll also let you know. If you come across any job profile, you also can let us know that, Bala, we have got this. What does the company expect from me as an individual? We'll help you there. And then, as I did mention, this is the mega bonus where I'm sorry, where we will be giving you a project. Okay, a live project. So those individuals who are really working well, for you, we will be scrutinize let's say do a kind of some audit, then we will be giving you one project. Okay, for that you'll also get additional certificate. And once you become our alumni, on every other project that we will be developing, we will be conducting, you will get a minimum of 20% to a maximum of 50%. A minimum of 20% to a maximum of 50% discount on any other course. Not just that, you'll also be given coupon vouchers worth 20,000 rupees. Everybody who enroll for this course. Okay, so if you look at this, the overall course offering is coming out to be 1,29,997 rupees, which is close to 1,30,000 rupees. This is the total course offering. However, we are offering this course as a special edition, as a limited edition for the first 5 bookings. For the first 5 bookings at 44,919 rupees only. So now I request Avinash to share the payment link here, and we are only be able to give this opportunity for the first 5 bookings. For the first 5 bookings, please share the payment link in the group. So the payment link is shared. Whoever is passionate, whoever is enthusiastic about this, you can make the payment ASAP. It is only for 5. This is only for 5 enrollments. Make sure that. Please be reminded of it. 5 enrollments. We can give it this offer. You get it? So we are counting on it. The moment 5 are gone, we will not be able to help you on this. Okay. So I think somebody is trying to make the payment, which I can see. If somebody has any issue in making, Avinash, this is the wrong link that is shared here. This is a wrong link that is shared here. Please make sure that you are sharing the right link. Apologies, participants. So the link is here. The link is here. Make sure that you are making your payment before the opportunity is gone. So we are limited to only 5 bookings at this price. And we are going to charge even a single rupee extra, which includes your GST, 18% GST. We are going to consider that. This includes your GST. Understand that our price that we are charging from you is close to 35,000 rupees only. Understand that. So whoever is making the payment, just let us know. We'll cross check and we will verify this. I think there's somebody who's trying. So anybody who is wanting to make the payment, so you can do that. So we are counting on it. Only 5 bookings. Okay. So probably by the time we may take 1 question, by the time somebody makes a booking, let's take only 1 question for now, for time being. Avinash, can you read a question for me?
Just give me a minute.
If
So
somebody
you
made the
see-
payment, if somebody made the payment, please do let us know. We'll just cross verify it. We are counting on it. I think
What exactly
Avinash, if you don't mind, Singh HR somebody made the payment already. Singh HR somebody made the payment. So we are left with only 4. I think two, somebody else is trying to make the payment. To make sure that you are not losing the opportunity. Yeah. Yes, Avinash. Can you read the question for me?
So what exactly data providers do?
Okay. Data providers collect information from hundreds or thousands of different organizations from a single sector. Usually, we do not mix different sectors. Let's say automobile. So, from automobile industry, all the companies which are publishing their sustainability reports, from there, these data companies capture data, and this captured data will be either given to rating agency, or if the data company itself is a rating agency, they send it to the second team, which will be giving you the next job, which is analysis. So what, for example, if I have to compare, let's say emission performance, company 1, 100 grams emitted, company 2, 200 grams emitted, company 3, 144 grams emitted, which is the better company. So how can I do it for 100 companies, 1,000 companies? I have to capture this data. I have to keep it in line with the requirement of stakeholders or maybe an investor. So by doing that, we will be able to to do that, we will be capturing this data, and then we will be able to structure that in a sequence wherein we'll be able to rate them either in ascending order or descending order, eventually which will be used by different stakeholders. So this is what data companies do, capturing data and structuring them in a structured way, right? So any other individual who is making the payment? We are limited to only 5, as I did mention. Hello? And after that, our price will be increased. Any other question? Maybe? So Q&A. Any other question? Maybe, Avinash?
What is the global scenario in terms of acceptance of ESG? And
So yeah, there is a
what is
concept.
the eligibility for
Mhm.
accounting ESG?
Okay. So there is a concept of GRI. This is something which will be accepted globally. Any company, every company across globe can use this standard, which will be accepted globally. Otherwise, there are some local standards as well, like BRSR, EU taxonomy, or maybe Australian Accounting Standard Board. So likewise, we also have some local standards. However, despite the fact that we are also having some local standards, GRI is going to is going to be the international standard where ESG will be addressed. And when it comes to accountability, GRI is one such platform which is considered one of the oldest platforms, which will start its journey in 1997. And if any organization is disclosing their data based on GRI, and there's no question that can be accepted. However, that has to be authenticated by a third party. We call them as assurers. Okay. And any other individual who is making the payment? Hello? This is only for this time, and next time it will become, the price will be increased. And this is inclusive of your tax. We are not going to charge even a single rupee extra. Yeah. I think one more minute, probably another question we may take. And then we will again see if anybody is going to make the payment. Yes, Avinash.
So Bala, we are getting a question on GRI training. So
Okay.
people.
Yes. So we are having exclusive GR training, which will be for 24,990 rupees plus GST, where you will be given close to 40 hours of learning. So if you are interested, then we can share a payment link with you. Avinash, you can share the payment link with a common link where they can type in the pricing. So probably they can book the seat by paying 10,000 rupees as advance. The common link which I did share with you, you can share that with them. So here we are having 40 hours of exclusive learning where we will be teaching you how GRI reporting works, how GRI structure works, which is a global platform. And if somebody is really interested in GRI reporting as well, this one ESG analytics, again there is 40 hours of learning. That is also for the same price. If not putting together overall course, at least you can take these either of these two courses. You can be a rating analyst, ESG analytics, or you can only book your call with GRA Learning. Avinash, you can share the payment link here in the WhatsApp, in the chat. So somebody is asking, resend the payment link. Sanjay Kanti Das. So Avinash, can you share the payment link once again? Yeah, Ravichandra has shared. Sanjay Kanti, probably you can give it a try once again before it's too late. Sagar Monti, thank you for such an informative session. Since the social media took a break from full-time job last year in ESG, thanks again for the session. I won't be able to purchase the course as of now. Okay, thank you, Sagar Mohanty. So, Ismail Shaikh, we are providing career assistance, not job guarantee, because we are not a training institution. Please understand that. We are ESG consultancy firm where our focus is to provide ESG solutions to different organizations. We are giving it out of passion, one thing. Second, since I was a trainer before we did start this, we were asked by a lot of people, why don't we start our trainings and all. Okay. So Kannan Ramanathan said paid. Let me just check. Yes, Kannan 2018 at gmail.com. Sorry, 2018 at gmail.com. Yes, we have received the payment. And I think Sagar. Sorry, Sagar. No. Sanjay Kandidas. Are you able to make the payment, Sanjay? Is there an issue? Sanjay? Sanjay, you are allowed to talk now. If you are facing an issue, probably you can speak. You are allowed to talk now. Any specific background required to enter in this field? Nothing in precise, but make sure that you are passionate about this industry and giving your right time. Without practice, it is not going to be a practical possibility that you will be able to enter into this field without having right background. Probably, let's say, if you're from environmental field, probably it will be easy for you, relatively easier for you. But if you're not having relevant background, we are sure that we'll be able to make you somebody who will be able to work in this area, but a little more effort is required. It is something like, you know how to use the steering. Now you are coming to me to learn, how to learn the car. I can teach you very easily. But if you are somebody who doesn't even know what is clutch, what is brake, it requires little time for me to teach you. At the same time, more efforts for you to put in. Same thing happens. Otherwise, definitely you can. So we are left with two more payments. Two more slots at this price.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes.
Myself Sanjay Kandidas.
Yes.
I have tried thrice, but facing issues with the payment gateway.
Okay. So no problem. I'll do one thing. Avinash, if you have the bank account details, you can give him. Sir, don't worry. Definitely, we'll be offering the course at same price, even if the slots are gone.
Sir, please share it with your ESG this WhatsApp.
Yes,
so
sir.
that.
Sir, can you share? Can you tell me your WhatsApp number within the chat?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please hold.
Yeah. You can say it now.
Just a minute, sir.
Okay. So don't worry, sir. Even if the slots are gone, still you will be offered at the same price. Don't worry. 8011
234.
Yes. I just sent you hi. I'm also sharing the payment details with you now. Okay.
Okay.
So you can use your what we say Phone Pay or Google Pay. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can make the payment.
Pardon?
You can use Phone Pay or Google Pay, and with Phone Pay or Google Pay, you can make the payment.
Oh, sorry, sir. I don't have this both of this app. I am
Okay.
using
Otherwise,
the
you can,
net internet.
okay, you can
Payment.
make the payment over internet as well. So you have shared the details in the WhatsApp as well. Account number, IFSC, branch, everything is shared. in the account as well in the WhatsApp. So you're free to make the payment. So don't worry, even if the slots are gone, still you'll be offered this course at the same price.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. And once, probably by tomorrow or maybe by day after tomorrow, you'll be given all the, well, not just you, all those who have made the payment will be given rest of the details. When will be started? We are planning to start this batch from 9th of April is what we are planning. It may be a day here and there. In next few days, you'll be informed.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir. Sure.
Anybody else who is trying, who is making it? So we are, I think, left with only 2. So please make sure that you're using your opportunity right away. Yeah. So probably another question if I take. Another question if I take. Anybody? You may please raise your hand if somebody has a question. Himanshu Bharadwaj, I think you have a question. Yes, you may ask your question now. Seema RN. We have allowed you to speak. You may ask your question. I think Mahima Sharma, you can speak now. Dhaval Vyas, you also can speak now if you have any question.
Hello,
Yeah, may I know who is this?
am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. Mahima Sharma. Yes, Mahima.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Sir, I want to know that I was planning to go for MBA in Sustainability Management.
Okay.
So, how is this course going to help me? And what is the difference between MBA and ESG?
Okay. So in MBA, there are a lot of modules, let's say finance, let's say marketing, in the very similar way, sustainable management. So as an
Yes.
individual, how you will be able to help an organization to make it sustainable with respect to some objectives. Whereas ESG is that strategy that you'll be able to understand, how you will be able to implement it, how you will be able to write a sustainability report, how you will be able to do the audit, how you can be an actionable assurer. Probably I could say how you are somebody who will be working with technical team. So ESG, if you look at, see, sustainability is a larger objective, as I did mention. There is a responsibility of an individual even. When it comes to ESG, it is exclusively for business. So MBA and ESG, we cannot differentiate because ESG is a course, MBA is a degree. These are 2 different objectives. Whereas even in MBA also you can do ESG if any organization is providing it, which is specific to an specific to organization. Where if you speak about sustainability, it's a broader aspect. There are a lot of things. So rather learning a lot of things and being somebody who is not able to concentrate or focus on one thing, it is better if you learn one thing which focuses on specific objective. So if you are that sort of individual, that is good. Or if you are such sort of individual who would want to learn a lot of objectives and try to work in that area, then that is better. So it is you who has to decide. If, a specific objective which is having about 80% of opportunity at overall sustainability. So this is something which you have to take a call, which I cannot, decide it for you.
So, sir, if I go for this course and then I also opt for MBA, so is this going to help me?
1000% I can guarantee that. Not just 100%.
Okay.
However, try to make sure that your focus will be inclined towards a business. Then it is going to give you highest advantage. The actual possible advantage. If you move away from business, then the advantage will be, going down, coming down. The weightage of advantage that you'll be having will not be 100% in that case. Yes, ma'am.
Business in what way? I'm not getting you, sir.
Business, I mean institute, I mean organization. If you're working for an organization, if you're working for a company, for company's ESG, then it is going to help you 1000%. It is going to be a great asset. It will
If
be
I
your
do
face.
both.
It will be your face by default. You don't have to worry about it. That I can guarantee you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. But there has to be in a practical way. Practical learning. Yeah. So
Okay, sir.
let me just see if any other payment is made. Anybody? So Mahima, by chance, are you going to make a payment before it is too late?
Sir, I'll think about it because sir, it was very random. I enrolled in this program.
Okay.
I'll take some time, sir.
No worries, no worries.
I'll
So
connect to your team, sir.
definitely. That works
Yes,
for us. Yeah,
thank you,
great,
sir.
great. Yeah, I think there's one thing.
Hello,
Usually, yes. May I know who is this?
am I am Dhaval Vyas. Am I audible?
Yes, you are now audible.
Okay. First of all, I'm from Baroda, Gujarat, and thank you
Okay.
so much for that wonderful session. I
Thank
really
you.
learned a lot. My question to you is, if you talk about the ESG,
Sorry, come
it
again,
is
come
not
again.
only, if it is about ESG, it
Your
is
voice
not
is not clear.
uniform.
Your voice is not clear.
Just a second, sir. Is it better now?
Yes, it is absolutely better now.
Okay. So if we talk about ESG, it is not uniform to each industry. For example,
True.
manufacturing unit, automobile, service,
Agreed.
FMCG, they all have different parameters.
Absolutely right.
So will this course include all these parameters, or
Right.
it will be a uniform standard? For
Okay.
example, like GRI provides.
Right. It is something like GRA provides. We will let you know the commonality amongst all the industries. Probably, I would say 90 to 95% indicators will be covered. And that 5 to 10% is what you need to understand from the business. And there is not going to be a
Okay.
problem because if you know, if let's say you want to construct a house of 10 floors, but you have got a foundation for 20 floors. Okay. Now today you only have constructed your home for only 10 floors. It does not mean that tomorrow you cannot build another 10 floors because your foundation is supported for 20 floors, right? So
Okay.
what we are giving you is for 100%. That 5 to 10% is what you can learn on your own without any doubt. And few of the aspects we also discuss in the class.
Okay.
Few
And
of the
in
aspects.
addition to that, may I
Yes.
continue?
Yes, please go ahead, Dhaval sir.
Okay. In addition to that, see, GRI provides certification course, which is really costly,
Very
and
true.
you are providing at very nominal rate. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
But
thank you
will
so
I
much.
be a certified GRI reporting person?
No,
If I
as of now, no. That will be from our own institution only. So
Okay.
we'll be saying that you'll be trained under based on GRA reporting structure.
So to
Okay.
answer your question, I think you can be able to write sustainability report based on GRI. Right?
Without any
You
question.
cannot claim that, okay, I am certified GRI. So, I mean, that is possible, but yeah, another way you can say that I can write a sustainability report on based on GRI, and everyone is writing based on that only.
And
You also cover BRSR reporting format,
yes, we
like
do.
voluntary guidelines and everything.
Yes, we do.
Understood. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, by chance, are you considering the post, Dhavalji?
Actually, sir, we have a team and many of us would like to join the course. So I need to also talk to them because we will be coming in a group.
Definitely. If you are coming
And
in a
we'll
group,
get in touch with you for separately for this.
Understood. So may you please share your phone number here so that one of our members also will be in touch with you.
Okay, I'm putting in a chat box.
Definitely works for us. Thank you. And I think we have a question from Afreen Syed. I have postgraduate graduation in environment studies and now wanted to transition. So wanted to understand which domain has more opportunity, carbon market or ESG. So primarily for you, carbon market will be the priority. Where you'll priority, when I say priority, not really priority, where you'll be able to do wonders. In addition to that, ESG is a second objective which you can consider because without carbon analysis, ESG environment section will not be able to do anything. So if you are an individual who will be able to understand both carbon market as well ESG, that is a bonus for the company, definitely. So there are instead of hiring two individuals, the company can hire you only. So Afrin Syed, if you really understand my point, instead of hiring you as carbon analyst and hiring me as ESG analyst, if you learn ESG, then company is going to hire you because you are also carbon analyst as well as ESG analyst. Instead, if I learn carbon analyst, they'll be hiring me over you because I know both. There is going to be a great advantage for you if you come up with this. ESG for construction industry in this course. Kumar Rishav, not directly to construction industry, but to an extent, a bit is considered. not exclusively with respect to construction industry. And if by chance you have any questions with respect to construction industry during the class, you can ask these questions. We are open for them. Usually all jobs profiles ask 5 to 6 years of experience in the ESG field, and someone who doesn't hold such experience, how it would be created by attending this course. Ashwini Deshmani, yes. So the project that you will be doing speaks. The project that's the kind of that's the beauty that we are having. As I've been mentioning, you will be working on a live project which you will be showcasing to your employer. This is what I have learned. This is the exclusive template handbook that I have prepared, and this is the project that I have worked on. This is the result that I have seen. And by using this template, by conducting this kind of assessment and analysis, I'll be able to help you in these areas. That is exactly what will be your job triggering point. It's not that we are giving you certificate, and not just us, wherever you go, even if it is KPMG, a loan certificate is not going to give you any job. Even if it is GRS certification, a loan GRS certificate is not going to give you any job. Maybe helping you better than what we are today, because we are just 3 years old, maybe 4 years old organization. But otherwise, it is not going to help you unless you practice it. You have a testimonial for you. You are not a fresher saying that, okay, I have understood this subject and now teach me, or now train me. If you are having 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, you have to go to an employer saying that this is what I am today. This is what I can do for you. This is what I have done. This is the proven system that I'm having, that I'm bringing it to you. Now, based on this, you can judge me. Ask me any question that you think. I'll answer it. That's how you'll be able to do it, and that's what we are going to make you. I think your question is answered. Thank you, Afrin Syed. Yeah. Any else? Anybody else? Who else is trying to make a payment? Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So maybe any other question by the time others could join us? No? Any question? So probably you can raise your hand if somebody wants to speak. Somebody raise hand. So Avinash, can you? Okay, let me do it. Himanshu Bharadwaj. Okay, now I think Vikrant Kumar. Vikrant Kumar, you can speak.
Sir, good
Yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my question is that I'm working in construction since 2010,
Okay.
and what's the scope for me after completing this course?
Okay.
And is this course beneficial to me?
Okay. In construction industry, what you do?
I am an exhibition guide.
Sorry, what?
I am doing site exhibition work.
Okay, site exhibition. So
Yes,
you are the one who actually understands the concept of construction in and out, right?
yes,
So now, as of now, you have got close to 13, 14 years of experience, and you can actually handle a team of, I mean to say, the entire project of construction.
yes,
Now,
yes,
let's assume you are somebody who is, I mean, let's assume we both are having the same experience and with equal IQ, let's assume. Now, I'm somebody who is not having any ESG understanding. Now, you are having ESG understanding. Let's say you have joined this course. Now, you are somebody who has done a very great project. If we both are trying to understand, trying to jump into the concept of ESG within the organization, then whom do you think will be hired? You or me?
myself.
Obviously, you. Why? And is there any opportunity? Yes, there is opportunity. As a construction
Because I have
industry,
extra.
yes, absolutely true. As a construction industry, as a construction company, in this industry also, these companies are required to be ESG compliant. Not, I would say compliant, that's a wrong word, probably I'm using. ESG integrated.
Integrated, yes.
ESG integrated. Otherwise, as I did tell you, this organization after maybe 5-10 years down the line may lose identity. So, who is a better one? The one who does not have enough understanding of construction industry, though has ESG understanding. For example, on the contrary, let's assume I'm having 10 years of ESG experience. Let's say in automotive industry, you are having 30 years of construction industry plus this project, which by joining this course. Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you really think the company is going to hire me over you?
Myself.
Definitely you.
Yes.
And I think your question is answered.
Pardon, sir?
I think your question is now answered. How it is going to help you,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
right? So definitely,
Yes.
but here the point that I'm emphasizing again and again is the project, that you will be doing in our course. That is what going to give you enough what we say job opportunity. Without project, it is not a great opportunity. You have to prove that, yes, after 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, I also have this capacity, caliber. I've done this. Now I can do it. You get
Sir,
it?
there is also one question. When I will enroll myself in this course and
Okay.
I will complete this course, I have to give any examination for earn the certificates.
Okay. So the examination is the project that you have to work. It's not that we'll be asking some random questions, choose the right answer from the below. There is some almost most of you can do it. Actual output is your project. That is your test. We'll be giving you 15 companies. You have to come up with your analysis. That is
Okay.
your
It will
exam.
be it will be subjective or optional.
It is optional. I mean, if you write, if you do it, you'll be getting certificate. If you don't do it, you'll not get certificate.
Okay. Okay.
If you provide your
So
assessment,
what is
we will let you know where you are failing. What are the gaps? If you don't do it, we will not be able to help you. See, we are ready to give you our 100%, our 1000%. Unless this comes from you, we will not be able to help you.
and what is the minimum passing criteria for concern exam?
It is usually we keep it as 60%.
Okay. Okay. And if I want to know also that if 10 candidates are giving examination, then how many candidates will pass the examination? Is it 90% or 70% or 80%? How much?
As of now, as per our statistics, it's about 50 to 60%, maybe 70%. A lot
Okay.
of people are not giving it time.
Yeah, is the main issue in nowadays.
Yeah, if you're not giving it time, it might be a problem. But otherwise, you will be given course completion certificate for sure. Despite the fact that whether you participate in this exam or not, you'll be given course completion certificate. That's so and so
And
person has
concern exam will be in online mode or offline
online.
mode?
Everything will be online.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So how this?
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, sir.
thank you. So Yashovardhan Dwivedi, how this course can help me to uplift my career at paper industry as a plantation and extension officer. Now I'm pursuing for MSc agroforestry. So it is a very great opportunity, Yashovardhan, for you because you are already in one of the very crucial industries where there is a lot of green activities can happen, where a lot of sustainability objects that you can bring in. Ashwardhan, I hope you are listening to me. It's a very great opportunity for you. Being from the perspective of agro, being as an expert who has worked in pulp and paper industry. Paper industry definitely requires a lot of ESG integration. A lot of ESG integration. I'm sure you'll be having enough opportunity, a lot of opportunity after having ESG understanding, but not just understanding ESG expertise. Then definitely it is going to add a lot of value to your profile that I can assure you. Yeah. Himanshu Bharadwaj, are you speaking? You raised your hand. Okay. Before we take any further questions, so if we are done with the slots, then the price will
Sir,
become yes. Who is
yeah,
speaking?
pardon, sir. Sanjay here.
Sanjay
Sir,
Kantidas. Yes.
Yes, sir, I have a background from health, safety, and environment field,
Okay.
and I have from past 18, 20 years. So
Okay.
my question is, definitely this ESG course after completion
Mhm.
will definitely boost one's career.
Mhm.
But my question is whether ESG Tattva will help us to find the jobs in this market, in Indian market.
Yes. So that's what exactly I did answer in the into one of the previous questions as well. We give you, if you remember the bonus that we are offering you, the bonus is that we will be helping you how you shall be preparing your resume in line with ESG objectives, where the project that you will be doing will be playing a very crucial role. How you will be optimizing your profile, where again the project that you will be doing as part of the course module will play a very crucial role. Then we'll be giving you about 100 questions and answers. This is the preparation that we are going to give you. Plus, whenever you are having an opportunity with you, you can reach us. You can talk to us. You can understand what is the kind of opportunity. And since we have got 100 close to 130 members of alumni, out of which 100 plus are exclusively from this specific course, so you can also get in touch with them where we also have got individuals who are having 20 years of experience, 25 years of experience, 30 years of experience. And recently we have got somebody who has enrolled to our course, ESG course, the course which we are going to start from 9th of April. He's 42 years of experience. He has got 42 years of experience. There is the kind of batch that we are getting. It's not that a lot of freshers who are coming to us. Primarily, a lot of experience that is coming to us. Because we are not just giving you A plus B whole square equals to A square becomes 2AB. No. We are making you sure that if I'm going to give you minus 5 plus 4 whole square, you will be able to answer it. Minus A plus 3 whole square, you will be able to answer it.
Okay, sir.
That's what we are doing. That is the reason why we are getting this kind of beautiful crowd. We have got national heads. We have got department heads. We have got somebody who is Coca-Cola supply chain head, India. We have got Sodexo, India sustainability head. Just imagine, Sodexo, India sustainability head is also one of our participants. So that is the kind of audience that we have.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I got my answer.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. I have done MTech in environmental engineering and I'm hardly able to accentuate my entry level. So Abhishek Kumar, I can guarantee you that you'll be able to land up with a job if you learn this course module. I can guarantee you that. If you learn this course module, if you get the expertise, we are ready to give you 100%, in fact, 1000%. Are you ready to give you 100%? If yes, come to us, we will make it. I understand you are unemployed, you will become employed. You will become employed. Okay. Any other questions maybe? Okay. So Abhishek, probably you can get in touch with one of our participants. They'll see what they can do. Sorry, not participants, one of our executives. They may be talking to you. Please share your contact number here. They'll be reaching out to you if there is anything that our team can do for it. Okay. Any other questions from anybody? If not, if somebody is not using the offer, then this is the actual price that you all will be having. Okay. So 49,990 rupees is the offering price, that too for a limited time. Any further questions? Hello? So we'll be sharing one-on-one booking call. If by chance somebody has any specific question, you can also reach us. And then bonus worth 10,000 rupees that we'll be sharing with you soon. We'll be sharing one ESG cheat sheet. Either of these two options will be shared, or both will be shared. That is something which I'll have to discuss with the team. Either a cheat sheet. I mean, cheat sheet is what we already promised, and then this is something which we try to give you. That is something which we are already working on. If that is done, we'll be giving you. Otherwise, what we promised, which is cheat sheet, that will be shared with you. For sure. Okay. So before we close, any questions? We are open for the open for further questions.
No, sir, I don't have. Thank you, sir.
Great. So Sanjay sir, are you able to make the payment?
No, sir, I still connect with you after the disconnect. I'll try to
Okay,
payment
done.
through the
Done, sir.
internet gate.
Okay, done. It
Okay.
works.
Okay.
Great, sir.
Thank you,
So
sir.
then, if not any questions, then let us call it off for the day. Thank you so much for the entire audience, making it a wonderful session. Thank you very much. Have a good day. All the very best. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.